2 builds in 2 days as I dance with my feet. Hey, there's a big cat. What are you doing here? Where did you come from? What are you doing, big cat? You know what day it is? Well, you're a cat, so you can't talk, so you don't know what day it is. However, at Computex, earlier in the year, they announced this, well, Thermaltake announced this and they showed this off. But today, ladies and gentlemen, by the time that you are watching this video, this case will be available for you to get your hands on. What does this sticker say? What does it say? Handle with care, fragile. Well, I guess I won't be kicking this box because I feel like if I kick this one, someone might get a little bit upset. Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. At Computex this year, Thermaltakes showed off some of the most captivating cases that I've seen in a long time. Well, I wasn't actually there, but not only did they show off their level 20 series of cases, they showed off something else that tickled my fancy. The second I saw it, I wanted it. The day has finally come that we get our hands on with Thermaltake's new standard. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button right now and turn on that little bell to receive notifications. We upload basically every single day, so do yourself a big old favor. What do you do, Claire? Subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. In this video, we're going to take a look at the brand spanking new Thermaltake A500 TG. You have no idea how excited I am about this case. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Man, I can't kick this box even if I really wanted to because it's really heavy. It's actually not that heavy. I'm just being a big old wuss. Let's get it into the studio. It is a freaking mess in here today, ladies and gentlemen, because we've had, that's how you break a case. We've been super busy with all of the things lately, as you've probably seen, because we've been uploading basically every single day. But today, should I drop it? Do you reckon they'll get upset? Nah, I wouldn't do that. Now we're going to do a build and maybe we'll call it a review. Nah, it won't be a review. I don't think it's that important for us to do a review that is super in depth. You guys want to see what it looks like? There's other channels like Gamers Nexus that do that kind of stuff. So we tend to shy away from doing super technical reviews because it doesn't interest me. Yeah, let's make some pretty computers and some pretty lights and make it all really pretty. And then you guys can decide if you like how it looks. And then I will talk about how I feel about the case and all of that. So let's not call this a review. Let's call this Nick's observations. That makes more sense, right? Anyway.
drop it like that. Yeah, we drop it like that. Drop it like that.
You guys like that? That was a little bit different, right? Just changing the order up. Okay, party people, let's talk about parts. The motherboard we use for this build is the ASRock Fatality X470 Gaming K4. This is the last build that you'll see with this board on the channel because this board is staying in that machine because it is Claire's workstation. If you're interested in getting a closer look at this board, we actually did a video and you can check that out in the top right hand corner right now. The GPU we used in this build is the Gigabyte GTX Titan XP Pascal Founders Edition. It may be aging a bit now, but boy has it aged well. The CPU we used for this build is the AMD Ryzen 7 2700X. It needs no introduction, you guys know how good this CPU is. To cool the 2700X, we use the Thermaltake Flow Ring 280 Premium AIO. This cooler is pretty dang fantastic. We did a detailed installation guide and you can check that out in the top right hand corner right now. We also filled the case up with some of the new Thermaltake Flow Ring Trio fans as well to add that, let's call it the ultimate unicorn spew that all you guys love so much. Personally, I don't mind RGB. I don't see why people don't like it. If you don't like it, just don't use it. Simple as that. The RAM we're using is 16 gigs of dual-skill Triton Z clocked at 3200 megahertz. We love this 16 gig kit. It's one of our favorites. What's the accent that I'm currently developing? It's weird, right? I just made some random accent. Okay, let's talk about the case itself. Just be aware though, and I can't believe I actually have to say this, but this is not a review. These are just my observations from having time building it. As far as the case goes, I feel like Thermaltake has really stepped up their quality. The case feels solid and it appears to have been cast from the core of a dying star. You know from Avengers where he gets the Uru and makes Stormbreaker, then it's good. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. And when I took it out of the box, I said, wow, that many times it would probably have driven most people crazy if they were sitting there listening. Remember, Claire? I was just pulling out going, wow.
Wow.
Like every 5 seconds. It's really weird. All right. I feel like Thermaltake has been listening to what people want, both quality-wise and functionality-wise. It has a stack of USB ports up the front, and also it has USB Type-C on the front. It has these little genius cable routing clips on the back side of the case, and it also has them in the most perfect spot for building in a case. I don't know how much more I can say about that. Like they were literally listening. And not only that, they added in more than ample cable tie-down points. As far as Thermaltake cases go, this is easily the easiest that I've ever cable managed. I feel like they grabbed all of the good things from the View 32 and really sat down and had a good think about what they could have improved, and then they just did it. They just improved it. The swinging glass doors are almost the same as the View 32, except they've got this clever little thumb locking system, and the magnets are like way stronger than the View 32. I thought I was gonna dislocate my wrist when I was opening it. That's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. They also added a full-length basement, and they put hard drive sleds down the bottom down there as well, which I liked. And yeah, they moved the sleds basically all the way to the front so you can use a really big power supply. Now the airflow is pretty dang good, and for a case that looks like it's almost completely closed off, well, it isn't. It's just not. Around every single edge of the case, you'll notice there are vents that provide great airflow. There is a lot to like about the A500, and I actually can't think of a single thing that I dislike.
You don't have two of them.
I don't have two of them. I don't like that. I really hope this is Thermaltake's new standard, because if they keep making cases like the A500, they're going to really dominate the case market. The case releases worldwide today, however, I'm not sure of the pricing. I'll put a link in the description if there's any information about the case by the time this video comes out, but this video is coming out like when the embargo lifts for all you lovely people out there. If you're interested in any of the parts in the build or the case or just anything, there are links down in the description. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, tell us what you hated about it, tell us what you didn't like, tell us what you liked about it, just basically tell us anything. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. I'm your big old boy, Naked Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek. And honestly, the A500 is freaking cool, man. I really, really like it. And I'm kind of jealous now that Claire gets to use it as her daily driver. Also, thanks Thermaltake for the birthday present for Claire.
Woohoo, thank you.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's good, right?
Best present ever.
Best present ever.